An inner encounter with infinity. You don't have to hide on snow-capped peaks. You don't have to leave your family, career, or the hustle and bustle of the world behind. You don't have to wait until the next life to meet God, to free yourself from karma. With just 10 minutes a day, with true Kriya Yoga, you can open the door to the source, where your soul is purified, liberated, and united with the eternal light. This is not a vague divine promise, nor is it a false consolation. This is a spiritual science that has been preserved as the ultimate treasure by the saints since thousands of years ago. The ancient Indian Rishi. Restored by Mahavatar Babaji in the modern era. Transmission through Lahiri Mahasaya, Sri Yukswar, and Paramahansa Yogananda. Kriya Yoga is the secret path that masters have used to, purifying thousands of years of accumulated karma. Breaking the shackles of regeneration. Return the soul to absolute freedom. You don't need to go anywhere to find me. Just breathe right, I will be present in every single of your cells. Mahavatar Babaji. Kriya Yoga, an ancient karmic release technology. Kriya, acting in unity with the Creator. According to Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, the foundation of Kriya Yoga consists of 3 solid pillars. Tapas, discipline, self-purification. Purify the body and mind from ambitions, desires, and unconscious habits. Svadhyaya, self-study, identifying true nature. Observing and understanding the deep workings of the mind. Ishvara pranidhana, surrender to the will of God. Let go of the ego, dissolving in the will of the Creator. But Mahavatar Babaji doesn't stop there. He revived Kriya Yoga as a scientific method of operating life energy, prana. The Kriya breath is not just breathing, but directing light through the chakras. Each proper Kriya breath cycle is a karmic purification that has been imprinted in the nervous system for many lifetimes. Every breath of Kriya is indeed a sacred fire, burning ancient karmic patterns that have been imprinted in the marrow and memory. Paramahansa Yogananda. Kriya is not a belief. Kriya is practice, the act of unity, the dissolution into absolute presence. Why can just 10 minutes of Kriya do wonders? Understand the true nature of karma. Karma is not just what you do. It is vibrations, unreleased blocks of energy, that accumulate in energy body, pranamaya kosha. Subconscious mind, chit. Energetic nervous system, nadis. Prana, the life energy, carries the karmic frequency. If prana is stuck, the flow of energy is blocked, karma continues to shape you in the spiral of rebirth, illness, suffering. What does Kriya Yoga do? Lead prana along Sushumna Nadi, the central path of light. Unleash karmic knots hidden deep in the chakras. Convert stuck energy streams into pure light. Every breath Kriya takes correctly. Clean 72,000 subtle nadis, energy channels. Burning the samskara, karmic memories, that have been clinging for many lifetimes. Lifting the soul out of the lower consciousness and towards the state of absolute awareness, Samadhi. A breath, respectful, sincere Kriya, can release the heavy karma accumulated over 100 years of unconscious living. Mahavatar Babaji. Why is 10 minutes enough? 10 minutes properly equals 12 to 24 breath cycles, leading comprehensive prana to the top of consciousness. Activate Ajna Chakra, sacred eye. Cleansing the heaviest karmic memory stream, at the root energy level. In this state, you are no longer just thinking about God. You truly become the flow in God. 10-minute Kriya Yoga practice guide with Babaji, purifying every breath. Step 1, prepare the sacred space, turn the exterior into the interior. Before starting any sacred practice, it is extremely important to properly prepare the space. Because the outer space will mirror the inner space. Choose a quiet place where you are not disturbed by noise or distractions. If possible, arrange a small meditation table with a picture of a guru, Babaji, Yogananda, or the sacred symbol you connect to. A white candle or soft light. A bouquet of fresh flowers or a sacred item you love. Sit with your back straight on a mat, cushion, or chair, holding your spine like a pillar of light. Gently place your hands on your knees, Jnana Mudra pose, touching the tips of your thumb and index finger. When the body and mind are in the right place, the light will come without calling. Babaji. Step 2. Practice Kriya breathing, bringing light through the spine. Basic Kriya cycle. Take a deep breath through your nose, about 6 to 8 seconds. Imagine the pure light coming from Muladhara, the root chakra. Rise along the spine through the chakras, Svadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddha, Ajna. Up to the top of the head, Sahasrara, or hold at the Ajna chakra. Hold your breath, 2 to 3 seconds. Feel the bright light at Ajna, like a sacred fire burning within you. Exhale slowly through your nose, about 8 to 10 seconds. Gently direct the flow of energy back to the root of the spine, cleansing all energy impurities along the way. A few deep notes. Breathing must be soft, not forced. Consciousness is completely attached to the flow of energy, not scattered. If the mind is wandering, gently bring it back to the bright spot in the middle of the forehead. Kriya's breath is not to control the soul, but to let the soul remember itself as the light. Paramahansa Yogananda. Step 3. Silent meditation phase, where purification really happens. Once 12 to 24 Kriya breaths have been completed, don't rush to get up. Sit still in pure awareness. Focus on the inner bright spot, Ajna or Sahasrara. No control, no expectation, just presence. What to expect? You can feel the flow of energy moving gently. You may see slight flashes of light in your mind. You can sink into a state of no body, only pure presence. That was the moment when karma began to melt like mist under the sun. Signs of karmic purification when practicing Kriya, welcoming light into every breath. 1. Negative emotional reactions weaken and disappear. You will notice anger, jealousy, and resentment diminish without you having to struggle. You become calm in the face of circumstances that previously hurt you deeply. Because the blocked energy, the source of negative emotions, has been released through each Kriya breathing cycle. 2. Heavy memories naturally drift away without analysis. You no longer need to dig into the past or analyze the inside. Kriya releases the energy associated with that memory right in the subconscious. Traumatic memories become blurry, like a distant dream. You are no longer dragged back into the past by negative emotions. Purification of karma does not need suffering, just light. 3. Clear intuition, life decisions become light and precise. You will naturally know what is right and what to avoid, without thinking too much. A gentle but powerful inner voice will guide you. This is a sign that the Ajna chakra, intellectual eye, has begun to open. 4. An unconditional love that naturally swells from within. You feel a divine love for everything, people, nature, yourself. No longer feeling needed someone to fill the void. You become a source of light, spreading peace and love naturally. When the breath merges with the light, the heart will know to love for no reason. Babaji. The profound teachings of Mahavatar Babaji and Paramahansa Yogananda on karmic purification through Kriya Yoga. 1. Mahavatar Babaji. Purify karma not by reason, but by the light of the breath. Babaji teaches that karma cannot be solved by sorry, empty prayer, or change surface thinking. Karma is the vibrational bands that are deeply engraved in the prana and the subtle nervous system. Only the light that penetrates from within can completely cleanse them. Mahavatar Babaji. Kriya Yoga is the bridge of light crosses all the layers of karma. The miraculous machine purifies directly in the subtle energy and mental body. Every breath of Kriya, if done with deep love and pure consciousness, will break the thousands of small karmic knots that bind the soul to the cycle of birth and death. 2. Yogananda. Kriya is a shortcut, but not an arbitrary one. Paramahansa Yogananda, who brought Kriya Yoga to the world, always emphasized that Kriya is the highway to enlightenment, just as Babaji says. But only on the condition that the practitioner must practice with love, perseverance, and spiritual devotion. Kriya is the fastest way to shorten the process of spiritual evolution from thousands of other lives to just one lifetime, or even just a few years if you love God more than all. Paramahansa Yogananda. 3. Babaji and Yogananda's teachings on purification through Kriya. Babaji. Every breath of Kriya is a prayer without words. It flies straight into the heart of the Creator. Yogananda. Don't breathe just because you breathe. Breathe as if each breath were a breath with God. 4. How does Kriya purify karma most powerfully? Babaji and Yogananda point out 3 golden principles when practicing Kriya so that karma dissolves faster. Be fully present in each breath cycle, don't let your mind drift. Practice with divine love, not personal demand, see each breath as a thank you to God. Perseverance every day, even if it is only 10 minutes, it must be as continuous as a river that does not stop flowing. It doesn't matter if you're good at meditating today or not. Just know, you've stepped into the line of light. The breath will guide itself. Babaji. 5. The manifestations of karma are purified through correct practice. If you practice Kriya regularly in the spirit of Babaji, Yogananda, you will begin to notice a natural change in the nature of the reaction. You are no longer easily drawn to anger, fear, and hatred. Clear dreams, seeing light, pure water, or pure spaces in a dream, a sign that deep karma is being released. Joy without cause, a gentle peace of mind is present in you for no external reason. Intuitive guidance, decisions become easy, gentle, as if there is a divine wind guiding you. A direct feeling that you are purifying, no doubt. 21-day roadmap for Kriya Yoga practice, karmic purification, awakening light. Enlightenment is not a sudden event. It's the light that grows day by day, in every divine breath. Paramahansa Yogananda. Phase 1, days 1 to 7. Lay the foundation, clean the space and breathe. 1. Establish a sacred space. Choose a fixed private corner to meditate. Every morning, light a white candle or light a pure incense stick. Seated opposite a symbol of light, image of the Guru, mandala, symbol of God. Meaning, install the vibration layer, turn it into a connecting energy gateway. 2. Conscious breathing, light pranayama. Practice 4-4-6 breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 6 seconds. Focus entirely on the sensation of the breath moving along the spine. Goal, lead prana to become more refined, preparing for the flow of Kriya energy. 3. Practice gentle Kriya. Perform 6 to 12 Kriya breaths each morning. It is better to breathe 6 full Kriya rounds with love than 600 rounds in the unconscious. Babaji. Phase 2, days 8 to 14. Activating inner light, lifting energy flow. 4. Increase the number of Kriya rounds. Practice 12 to 24 Kriya breaths. Combined with the concept of purification. When he inhaled, the light is flooding me. As he exhaled, all karma is dissipating. 5. Add silent sitting. After Kriya, sit still for 5 to 10 minutes in pure presence. Do not force thoughts. If your mind is lost, gently return to the bright spot in the middle of your forehead. Goal, open up the interior space for light to flow. 6. Practice unconditional love. Every day, actively forgive at least one person, even if only in thought. Send a silent blessing to others. Cleanse karma not just with meditation, but with vivid compassion. Stage 3, days 15 to 21. Integration, living as an awakened person. 7. Advanced Kriya, breathing becomes meditation. Reducing the distance between Kriya and meditation. As you breathe Kriya, consider each breath as a living line of prayer. There is no longer meditation after breathing, breathing is meditation. 8. Focus on convergence. All the smallest life actions, eating, walking, working, done with mindfulness. I'm breathing light. I'm living in presence. Transform Kriya from a practice into a living state. 9. Observe profound transformations. Record changes, emotions, dreams, intuition, health, behavior. Special attention. Old memories naturally disappear. The choices became clearer. Love naturally flows. 21 days is not to complete a challenge. 21 days to install a new frequency for your soul. A lighter soul. A purer heart. A consciousness is growing with each breath. You will no longer be a Kriya practitioner. You will become a living Kriya stream, where every breath is light, where every heartbeat is a prayer. Nothing is greater, a soul who, while on earth, has learned to live as an immortal light. Yogananda. Common mistakes when practicing Kriya Yoga and how to fix them. Mistakes aren't meant to make you fall down, but to sharpen humility and determination on the journey of light. Yogananda. 1. Focus only on the technique, and forget about the heart. Problem. Newbies often focus too much on breathing techniques, how to rotate prana, number of rings, time. But forget the most important element of Kriya Yoga, divine love, devotion. Kriya is not dry technique. Kriya is the living love for God through the breath. How to fix. As you breathe, whisper in your heart. I offer this breath to the light. I return to you with every breath. Let technique serve your presence, not your heart. One breath of Kriya with love is stronger than 1,000 breaths of emotion. Babaji. 2. Rushing to achieve results. Problem. Impatient, hoping to gain special experiences soon, seeing the light, ecstasy, attaining samadhi. Compare yourself with others, evaluate progress through feelings. Kriya is a slow but sure path, unable to force its pre-season blooming light. How to fix. Breathe in spirit, seek nothing. Only love, only presence. Absolute trust that. Each day of practice is recorded in the soul diary. No effort is in vain. Meditate as if you were going to meditate forever. It is that unexpectation that opens the gates of samadhi. Yogananda. 3. Practice without understanding the true nature. Problem. Many people just follow the movement without deeply understanding that. Breath equals energy. Energy equals consciousness. Consciousness equals connection with God. Without this awareness, Kriya is only breathing physically, not spiritually. How to fix. Before each Kriya session, remind yourself. Every breath is a bridge of light. I'm not just breathing, I'm walking home. Rereading Babaji's teachings, Yogananda periodically to keep the journey pure. 4. Lack of perseverance, abandoning when you don't see results. Problem. Give up after a few days or weeks because nothing happens. It is not understood that Kriya is working at a depth below the threshold of common perception. The purification of karma takes place like underground. You don't see the plant growing, but the roots are getting deeper day by day. How to fix. Commit to a minimum of 21 to 90 consecutive days, regardless of mood, weather, and circumstances. If the day is too busy, just take 6 breaths, but never give up. 1 drop of light a day, enough to erode the greatest mountain of karma. Babaji. 5. Compare yourself with others, forget about your own journey. Problem. The mind often asks. The other person meditates longer than me. The other person sees the light and I don't. Comparison loses inner stillness. The journey of enlightenment is unique to each soul. No two journeys are identical. How to fix. Whenever you find yourself comparing, say to yourself, I am returning with my soul's own breath. No one is faster or slower. They are all equally loved. Leading meditation, Samadhi Gateway, the gate of liberation. Let go of all that you think you are. And you will recognize yourself as the immortal light. Babaji. Step 1. Activate the sacred space. Sit with your back straight on the meditation mat with your hands on your knees in Jnana Mudra, thumb touching index finger. Close your eyes slightly, smile softly like a child listening to a sacred song. Whispered in his heart. I invite Babaji light to be present in this breath. Step 2. Connect the breath to the light stream, 3 minutes. Inhale deeply, 6 to 8 seconds. He felt a stream of silver-white light pouring in from the universe through the top of his head. Hold your breath, 2 to 3 seconds. Feel the light spread throughout your body, filling every cell. Exhale slowly, 8 to 10 seconds. Seeing all the worries, karma, and old memories dissolve into the light. Repeat this cycle 12 times, until you feel your whole body as soft as light water. Step 3. Direct the flow of energy to the Samadhi gate, 5 minutes. As you breathe in, visualize. The stream of light travels along the spine, lighting up each chakra. Root, Muladhara. Hara, Svadhisthana. Center of strength, Manipura. Heart center, Anahata. Center of expression, Vishuddha. Sacred eye center, Ajna. Hold the light at the Ajna chakra, the middle of the forehead, and then expand it like a cosmic portal. Silently. My Ajna opens like a gate. This is the Samadhi gate. I'm ready to walk over. Feel a cascade of light pouring into you, through your forehead, through your heart, throughout your inner universe. Step 4. Dissolve in existence, 5 minutes. Do nothing more. Don't direct your breath anymore. No more control of the mind. Presence only. Just open your heart. Just become the breathing light. If the mind is lost, just whisper. Without me, without you. Only the light is. Step 5. Finish with a unity prayer. When you feel overwhelmed with light, put your hands together in front of your chest, Anjali Mudra. Silently praying. Oh Babaji. I don't ask for anything more. Let me be just a breath. Is light. Is love without comedy. Epilogue. 10 minutes a day, a lifetime, a light. You don't have to wait another 10 lives to be free. You don't need to learn all the doctrines to get started. All you need to do is a sincere heart, a breath present, a 10-minute commitment per day. At that time, karma dissolves like mist in the dawn. Karma dissolves into pure prana. You become a living light in your life. Namaste. The Kriya light in me greets the light that is rising within you. We have always been one, only now we breathe to remember.